Did you know that in just the last decade, the world has lost enough ice to cover the entire state of Texas in a sheet nearly 10 feet deep? Or that wildfires are now so intense they create their own weather systems? Climate change isn't some distant threat. It's happening right now, faster and more dramatically than most people realize. But here's the big question. Is it too late to stop it? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see everything. So, what exactly is climate change? At its core, it's a long-term shift in global temperatures and weather patterns, mostly due to human activities like burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial pollution. Some people ask, hasn't the Earth always gone through climate changes? The answer is yes, but never at this speed. Scientists say our planet is warming 10 times faster than at any point in recorded history. And that's not just a number, it's a ticking time bomb. Let's talk about what's already happening. Imagine walking through Miami's streets, except they're underwater. King tides and rising sea levels are swallowing coastlines. Cities like New York, New Orleans, and Los Angeles could be partially submerged in our lifetime. Now picture the Arctic, where entire landscapes are disappearing. Glaciers that stood for thousands of years are crumbling like sandcastles. And when that ice melts, it releases trapped methane, a greenhouse gas 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide, speeding up global warming even further. The effects aren't just distant disasters, they're right here, right now. And the scariest part, this is just the beginning. Let me introduce you to Maria, a single mother in California. She lost her home to the devastating wildfires that have doubled in frequency since the 1980s. She had minutes to grab her children and flee as flames swallowed her neighborhood. Or Malik, a farmer in the Midwest, whose crops failed for the third year in a row due to extreme drought. The land he inherited from generations before him is now turning into dust. These aren't just numbers on a chart. They're real people losing everything because of a crisis we can't afford to ignore. Now, here's where things get even more terrifying. If we stay on this path, scientists predict entire coastal cities could be abandoned due to rising waters in just a few decades. Extreme heat waves could make some parts of the world unlivable. Food shortages, mass migration, and economic collapse could redefine life as we know it. But here's the real question. Are we beyond saving? The answer might surprise you. The good news? We still have time to change course, but only if we act now. Small changes like eating less meat, using energy-efficient appliances, and driving less all add up. Holding corporations accountable is even more important. Big polluters contribute the most, and policies that enforce stricter environmental regulations can make a real difference. Most importantly, raising awareness and demanding action from leaders can shift the course of our future. Every action counts. The question is, will you be part of the solution or part of the problem? The truth is, climate change isn't some far-off nightmare. It's happening now, but the future? That's still in our hands. If this video made you think, if it made you feel something, don't let that feeling fade. Because the only thing more dangerous than climate change is ignoring it. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one change you're willing to make today? Let's start the conversation in the comments. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. We have the power to turn things around. The question is, will we?